Hello YouTube, and welcome to another video. So, for those who don't know, unfortunately, Sony has decided to kill the PlayStation 3 store, and the PSP store, and the PS Vita store. So, unfortunately, what this is going to mean is a ton of great digital games will no longer be accessible to purchase. This includes PS3 digital titles, PSP digital titles, PlayStation Minis, PS Vita digital titles, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 classics, among other things. So, the silver lining is they did say if you've bought things before the shutdown, that you will continue to have access to your games. There will still be a download list when you click PlayStation Store, and you can still access any content that you may have already purchased. But the ability to purchase new games, browse the games, add wallet funds, and the like will thus cease. On July 2nd for the PS3 and PSP, and August 27th for the PS Vita. This is a sad day when you're thinking about PlayStation and digital gaming. You know, we've seen this before. Nintendo shut down the Wii Shop channel and the DSi Shop several years ago. And, this opens up a big can of worms in terms of digital preservation. What happens to our games? Do we really own digital games? How do we, preserve these titles for future generations to play? That's a big can of worms that I'm not going to get into here. But you also got to think, too, all the great games, they're just so much cheaper on PSN compared to eBay. So, for example, there's several PS1 games that are like $10 a piece. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy Origins, Chrono Cross, the Suikoden titles, what's it called? Legend of Dragoon. Lots of these RPGs, over time, especially once PSN closes and there's not an easy way to get these games modern, then the prices are going to go up. Some games won't. Of course, any of the Final Fantasy stuff won't because you can get them anywhere. Chrono Trigger has a PC and mobile port. But stuff like Legend of Dragoon and Chrono Cross, there won't be an easy way to pick those games up and play them. It's going to be sourced out an original PS1 disc, which, 4 years from now, you could be looking at, $100+. And that's a sad thing. As well as tons of other great, like PlayStation Minis and other smaller titles and indie titles that will never leave the PS3. Those will no longer have any access to them. And, it's not a great look for Sony. Because they didn't even allow the developers who are still making Vita games, I would let you know, notice before us. That there's people developing games for the Vita that morning, and they were still sending out Vita development kits as shortly back as 2 months ago, from what I've heard. So, yeah, this was just as much of a shock to the Vita game developers as well. PS3 and PSP, they've had a little more time in the sun, but still, in my personal opinion, they should have kept the stores up. And it's a sad day for gaming. And, I've owned and played several great titles off the PS3, PS Store, and same with the Vita. There's a wealth of content there, and I highly recommend you take a look and pick up anything that might interest you. And so, yeah, everybody, I just wanted to talk about this PlayStation Store closer, mark this sad day in gaming. I know I'm about a day late, but still, everybody, peace out, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the channel if you want more content from me. Just so you guys know as well, the future plans for the channel, I'm going to try to have more raw, just daily discussion videos like this, once per day. And my goal is to eventually start maybe once a week or twice or once every 2 weeks or something, have a more edited gameplay video or something of some sorts. So, yeah. Peace out, everybody. Blind PC Guy signing off.